Do you ever wake up in the morning already tired? Not just physically tired from a bad night's sleep, but a deeper kind of tired, a soul-level exhaustion, as if you've been running a marathon in your dreams. You open your eyes, and before your feet even touch the floor, the race has already begun. The race to be productive enough, smart enough, interesting enough, kind enough. The race to prove that you deserve your spot. This feeling isn't just you. It's a low-frequency hum beneath the surface of our modern world, a collective sigh from millions of people, all running on the same invisible hamster wheel. We feel it in the office, during performance reviews where our value is quantified on a spreadsheet. We feel it at family gatherings, navigating unspoken expectations and old dynamics. We feel it when we scroll through social media, a curated gallery of lives that seems so much more effortless, more worthy. Every post, every comment, every carefully chosen photo is a small bid for validation, a small piece of evidence submitted to an invisible jury, proving our worth. We are all performing, constantly. We perform professionalism for our boss. We perform effortless happiness for our friends. We perform wisdom and stability for our parents. The only prize for a good performance today is a more demanding role tomorrow. The pressure never lets up because the finish line is a mirage that moves further away the faster we run. We chase external markers, a promotion, a bigger house, a certain number of followers, believing that once we reach them, we will finally have permission to rest. But we get there, and the feeling of not enough is waiting for us, tapping its foot impatiently. And here's where it gets truly strange. Here is the architectural flaw in this entire way of living. We are desperately trying to earn something that we already possess. Our struggle is a paradox. It's the deep, consuming effort of a fish trying to prove it deserves the ocean. The fish might spend its entire life swimming in frantic circles, collecting shiny pebbles, and performing elaborate dances for the other fish, all to justify its existence in the very water that gives it life. But the ocean doesn't ask for proof. The fish's gills, its fins, its very being are the proof. It belongs there simply because it exists there. Its nature is perfectly aligned with its environment. The struggle isn't with the ocean. The struggle is the fish's own invention. We are like that fish. We are born into the ocean of existence, yet we act like we're on a probationary period. We act like guests in our own home, terrified of breaking a rule and being asked to leave. We meticulously clean up after ourselves. We choose our words carefully. We try to be useful and entertaining, all so the owner of the house will let us stay another night. But there is no owner but us. We were born here. Our heartbeat is the key to the front door. Your breath is your title deed. The fact that you are here right now is your non-negotiable, irrevocable ticket of admission to reality. So where did this exhausting habit come from? It's an inherited pattern, a rule for a game that has long been over. It's a piece of programming passed down through generations, a survival strategy that was once crucial but is now obsolete. Perhaps for our ancestors, proving your worth to the tribe was a matter of life and death. If you couldn't hunt or gather or contribute, you might be left behind. So the mind developed a powerful pattern. Performance equals survival. Justify your existence, or you will cease to exist. That instruction is still running, deep in the background of our consciousness. like an old piece of software on a brand new machine. It's what creates all the friction, all the heat, all the stress. The source of our collective exhaustion is the chasm between the truth of our being, that our existence is its own justification, and this ancient, outdated instruction to perform. Think about the energy it takes. The mental energy spent replaying conversations, wondering if you sounded smart enough. The emotional energy spent managing the fear of being judged. The physical energy spent maintaining a posture of confidence when you feel hollow inside. We are pouring our life force into maintaining this performance, into running this old, obsolete program. We're following a blueprint for a building that has already been torn down. We are still paying a debt that was forgiven long ago. The universe isn't sending you a bill for your existence. It's not asking for your credentials at the door. The only one demanding proof is the ghost in your own mind, the echo of a forgotten rule. It's the tension between that ghost and the living, breathing truth of you that creates the strain. It's the quiet, constant, draining battle between the habit of justifying your life and the simple, effortless reality of just living it. The invitation now, in this time of great transformation, is to simply stop, to stop running, to stop performing, to put down the heavy burden of proof and just be, to realize you are not a guest here, you are home. By the way, our shared space of light and awareness is on its way to 100,000 people. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and brings this moment closer. So how do we step off this invisible wheel? How do we stop running a race that has no end? The answer is both incredibly simple and, for a mind trained in complexity, profoundly challenging. It is the shift from a life of justification to a life of expression. Think about it. A flower doesn't bloom to prove it's a good flower. It doesn't check on the other flowers to see if its petals are bright enough or if it's growing tall enough. It doesn't present its blooming to the sun as an application for more light. It blooms because that is its nature. The color, the scent, the shape, it's all just an outward unfolding of the blueprint held within its seed. Blooming is its inevitable, effortless expression of being. We have forgotten that we are the same. When you do something to justify your worth, the action is heavy. It's filled with the energy of neediness and fear. You write a report at work, and you reread every sentence not for clarity, but for how it will be perceived. Will it sound smart? Will it impress the right people? The work becomes a tool for validation, but when you shift to expression, the very same action becomes light. You write the report because you have something to communicate, an idea to share. The focus is on the clear, honest expression of that idea. The action becomes an end in itself, a small unfolding of who you are in that moment. You can feel this difference in your body. Go to the gym to punish your body, to force it into a shape you believe will finally make you worthy of love or respect. That is justification. The workout is a battle, a chore. But move your body because you want to feel the energy flowing through it, because you enjoy the sensation of strength and breath. That is expression. The same physical movements become a celebration. The shift isn't in what you do, but in the why behind it. It's the move from I have to I get to. From will this be enough to this is what I am right now. This is the art of unfolding. It's allowing what is inside you to simply come out without needing a reason or seeking a reward for it. And here's where the architecture of reality reveals its beautiful mechanics. Your inner state acts as a kind of magnet, and life rearranges itself around it. When you operate from the deep belief that you must constantly prove yourself, reality will obediently provide you with endless tests. Your boss will become the final examiner. Your partner will become the judge of your lovability. Every traffic jam becomes a test of your patience. Every difficult conversation becomes a test of your intelligence. Life feels like a constant pop quiz you were never prepared for, a series of hurdles designed to measure your worth. The world seems adversarial because your internal starting point is a struggle. You are trying to wrestle validation from it, so it wrestles back. It's a perfect mirror. But when you make that internal shift, when you begin to operate from the quiet confidence of, I am, the mirror reflects that too. Life stops sending you exams and starts sending you opportunities. The very same situations transform. Your boss is no longer an examiner, but simply another person you can collaborate with. A difficult conversation is no longer a test you can fail, but an opportunity to express yourself honestly and listen openly. The world stops being a battlefield and becomes a dance floor. You're no longer bracing for the next blow. You're listening for the music, ready to move with whatever comes next. Life stops being a problem to be solved and becomes an experience to be had. The challenges don't necessarily disappear, but your relationship to them changes completely. You're not fighting them to prove you're strong. You're dancing with them to see where they lead. This is the great liberation. It's realizing that the entire point is your existence itself. You don't need a grand purpose or a list of accomplishments to justify your space on this planet. The simple, quiet, undeniable fact of your breath is the universe saying yes to you, over and over and over again, all day long. Inhale, yes. Exhale, yes. It's the most constant, reliable validation you will ever receive, and it's given freely, without condition. It doesn't ask what you did today. It doesn't care if you were productive. It just keeps showing up. We are trained to think of life as an application for a job, for a loan, for a university. We fill out the forms. We list our qualifications. We hope to be approved. And we unconsciously project this model onto our whole existence. We believe we are submitting an application to the universe to be deemed worthy of love, happiness, and peace. But your birth was the acceptance letter. The approval was granted the moment you arrived. Your life is not an application to be reviewed. It is the fact of your being, here to be lived. There is no external committee reviewing your performance. The only judge is the one you carry inside your own mind, the one still playing by the old rules. Letting that judge go, letting that need for proof dissolve, is like taking off a heavy coat you didn't even realize you were wearing. Underneath, you are not empty. You are simply you. And that has always been and will always be more than enough. If this video changed something in you, write in the comments, "My being is my worth." Write it as your promise. Nobody